Hello and welcome back to Jesse's Vintage Garage, and we got the front wheel here for the Triumph Bonneville out here, the 68. We got new tire on it, and we're ready to open this up, inspect it. I got the hubcap off the other side so we don't damage any more than it was, because they're kind of expensive to buy a new one. And mine ain't perfect, but I'm gonna be okay with it. So we're gonna pull this nut off here, unthread it, and then I think it's like 1.25 inches or whatever. And then we're gonna, oh, it's loose. So we'll unthread this here real quick, and we'll see what these shoes look like in here. I'll probably replace that nut because it's kind of rusty looking.
Don't look bad.
Wow, it looks a lot different than the rear brake did.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks really well to use, probably as is. What we'll do is we'll want to check the brake pad surface. I mean, it looks like it's got a lot of shoe left.
Yep.
It's not all rusty and nasty inside here. And in the drum, we gotta look for bad grooves and stuff.
We'll re-grease the bearings.
Yeah, I don't feel nothing crazy in there. But
Brake
yeah.
clean it.
All right, let's work on cleaning or putting some grease in the inside there, I guess, and go on from there. All right, so we got some new grease down in there, and this is the 68 twin leading shoe backing plate, or anchor plate they call it. And this is like the first year and only year of this style. I'm going to go over a couple things here, but this is what you have to have 2 of these to have a twin leading shoe. Most brakes before this only had 1 of these, and then they would pivot off of the end, and then this would rotate the 2, and it would pivot off the other end. So this has 2 leading shoes, and they're both, you can tell how they're leading because they have a trailing edge here, and then they got the thicker edge up here at the top, and it's backwards over here. See, it's opposite.
It only pushes 1 shoe at a time. This cam pushes this one, and this cam pushes this end. So they're both going. But if you watch how it's happening,
It happens at the same time.
yeah, well, this end isn't.
Right.
Okay.
And on the other side,
And 69s were just like this, except for this.
yeah, they rerouted this part here. They got rid of this here, and then they had like another lever coming off of here, and the cable would come down to it and pull it that way.
This was forked. One went to this like this, and then another one went under here, and the cable came up through here.
Yeah, so the 68 the cable comes all the way down, hooks into here and holds here, and pulls straight across this way.
Works good.
Yeah. And then yeah, it's got an air scoop in the front, and yeah, it's pretty nice. We'll probably take these nuts off and these washers off and put some nice looking new hardware on there. But other than that, it doesn't really. I don't want to change the look of this natural cast look. I mean, by polishing or anything.
We'll just put this back on there for now.
Yeah, we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna grease the other bearing right now. We went back on the other side where the drum's at, and we went through this side into the cavity here and got grease into the other bearing from through here because we pumped a lot until it came out everywhere. And the reason for it, we'll show you in a second when we flip it back over, but somebody had messed this wheel up and made it difficult for us to actually do it from that side. We did remove this time here to get to do what we did, and this has left-hand threads. That's what the LH stands for. So right to loosen it. There we go. It was loose when we went to pull it off with our special tool here. We went to rotate it, unthread it, but
Glad we checked it.
the wider ones, yep. And then I'll flip it over and show you what I was talking about. Well, we pulled the retaining ring off. We noticed that there was a dent, that somebody had hit this at one time with something and made it to where this cap can't come out easily. We don't want to drill into this and pull it out with an extractor or anything, but you could do. Well, we don't have the replacement part for that, so we were able to flip it over and grease it all up to this other side.
The bearing will get greased now.
But we'll put the retaining ring back on here a little bit. But look how nice and smooth that spins. And it's quiet.
Plus it was getting wet there. I can see wetness.
Yeah,
so it got in there.
Yeah.
We put a lot of grease in there.
Right. Okay, so here we are. We got most of the new hardware put on here, including these nuts, new stainless washers, and then a new nut down here. Anyways, this is like 1.25 inch nut, so you got to really tighten it up. And the socket that we had just fit in there without damaging this outer part. I mean, it's crazy. It just fits. Anyway, I want to talk about a couple things before I finish this video. In particular, this wheel and 68 and 69 and so on. Yeah, like I said before, this is the first year of this twin leading shoe style like this, and these nuts here in particular, I'm going to show you something here on this parts book print, number 29 there. According to the book here, here's the part number for 29, and if you look this part number up, it comes up as a 5/16 24 nut, and this nut here is clearly a 3/8 24 nut. So in 69 books, they dropped the /001 there, just that number, and then when you look up just that number, 14-0302, it comes up as a 3/8 24 nut. In certain places you can buy stuff from. I had got these new pieces, these new nuts here. They're cadmium plated from Baxter Cycle. And then the new stainless washers I had already from some stuff I had laying around. And they're 1/2 inch on the inside diameter and 1 inch on the outside diameter. And as long as it's a 1/16 of an inch thick, you're good to go there. This nut's particular too. And I got a new one of them, of course. I got that from Baxter Cycle as well. Another place I get some stuff from. Mostly the original style stuff I can get from. You can find these 3/8 24 nuts pretty much anywhere because that's a common size. And luckily for this 68, it has that size there. Otherwise, it would be a 26 thread, and it'd been harder to get a hold of. This nut here is another situation that I was just talking about with this one. This one here is a 1/4 24 nut, and that is part number 33 here. So then you look that one up here in this book. This is a 68 parts book again. And the same situation. You look up this part number like it says right here, and it comes up 1/4 inch 28. You take off that /001, just like it shows in the 69 book, it comes up as a 1/4 24 nut. Crazy, huh? Anyway, I'm gonna replace the screws on this vent grill here. Put new ones in. And those are kind of hard to find screws. They're a 1BA screw. Can't just find them anywhere. And they're a posi drive screw, not just a standard Phillips head. Same with the one holding the hubcap on. Here's the one for that. It takes 3 of them. Posi drive screw, and they're gonna be nice and shiny instead of the rusty ones like I had before. Here's like the ones in the front grill. They were kind of rusty-ish, and they would have worked, but I just want them to be a little bit prettier than it is right now. But I'm not gonna, like I said before, I'm not gonna polish this or anything. I don't want to take away the original-ish look to this because it's neat the way it is. I've seen a lot of people shine this really up. It's like a mirror finish, and then because originally this is like a sand cast original look to it. You lose that when you get all that polish and stuff done to it. And then the hubcap, it's in pretty good shape. It's not perfect, but it'll look a lot better with these nice screws on it now. So anyway, yeah. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed everything here. next time you see this wheel, we'll be putting on the bike. But this really turned out well here on this one. So we'll see you again soon.